Hello, Julie here and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today I am decorating a couple more pages in my July journal that I'm creating using products from my Paper Inspirations design team kit. So I'm going to make some more embellishments for my journal, and I thought to start off with today I thought I might make an envelope. Now, okay, let's try this one. I mean, it's got text on it, but hopefully that will work out okay. So I believe that if you want to have the text up the right way on the bottom, you have to start with it upside down. So, just to go that way. Still going to be upside down, isn't it? Because if I do that, it'll be up the right way. There's no way that I can get it right. Okay, so I'm going to fold that up about there. And then I'm going to fold that down. Now, I don't like them to come right to the edge there when they fold down. I like to have a bit of a gap. So I'm just going to place my ruler, say, about that much up. Try and make sure it's straight. I'm not guaranteed. And then fold that up like so. Didn't go too well, but I've got an idea now where I can fold it. So now I'm going to fold that down. If you line the edges up and you've got them straight, well then everything else should fall into line. So I'm going to do that like so. Still looks good to me. It still is crooked. So why is that? Perhaps I should have used my scoreboard. Okay, so let's hold that in place, run my bone folder along there. Okay, so now I'm going to round these corners, maybe that one. Yep. So I'm still working with the Cathe Holden papers. Oh, that's no good. Yeah. And I'm going to put a thumb notch in that as well. And I use my 2-inch circle punch for that. You can make it as deep or as narrow as you like and try and get it about the middle. That is okay, like that. Alright, so envelopes are really simple to make, and I might make another one using this as well. So if I fold that up like that, it's going to be upside down. So if I fold that up, not really going to give me much room, is it? No. But, well, I'm thinking that I would like to put one inside of this maybe, or I could use okay, so let's finish this one off first, eh? Corner around and left a little bit of a thing there. And now I'm going to ink around the edges. Okay, so now I'm going to take it to my sewing machine. I'm going to stitch around here, and then I'm going to close that over and stitch around the rest of it, like so. So I'll do that and I will be back. Okay, so I've stitched along there, and then I've stitched all around, as I said I was going to do. I'm just contemplating what to do about this white area here. I think I might just ink it up and see how that goes. I'm using a vintage photo for the inking. It's quite a good match for that background paper. Yeah, this paper here. If I had a thought about it before I stitched, I could have added, you know, some of this paper in there, and then had like a double pattern layer there. But this is going to be fine. Okay, so that is that. Now a little bit of decoration on this. I might put something on here. I might put a wax seal on there, because that's got a bit of weight to it, and that will hold that down. So I need a little bit more of this paper, I think. And how will I do this? Or I could use a different paper. Or I could cut out a circle, couldn't I? Cut out a circle and then use that for my wax seal. Okay, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a die and cut out a circle. What do you reckon? Should I stick with the same paper? I think I might stick with the same paper and then embellish it a little bit. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and use my Big Shot and cut a circle out of here, probably about a 1-inch circle, and I'm going to double side it, and then I'm going to take it to my sewing machine and stitch around the circle. That'll be fun, and then I'll come back. Okay, so there we go. I've stitched that up, and ideally I should have come in a bit, or gone out a bit closer to the edge, but sewing around in a circle is a bit tricky, I think. So I was happy to take whatever I could get. So I'm going to pop that on there, like so. And then I've got some wax seals here that I've already made. I've got an assortment of colours and sizes, some are bigger than others. And I was just going to see which one I liked on there the best. Okay, I think I like that one, or the gold. What do you think? That one or the gold? I think I'll go for, I've got that one that's got silver in it, but this one's like burgundy and a gold. I think I'll go for that one. Oh, this is the die I use to cut those circles. It's the Spellbinders Standard Circle Small. Right, now, before I attach that on there though, I want to put something behind it. I don't just want to take that on there as it is. I have got some pieces under here somewhere. I'm going to use a piece of this cheesecloth, I think, or gauze, whatever you like to call it. Yeah. I have got this. I could use a piece of this. Why don't I use this? This was in a swap that I did, and I think it was Grace that sent me this. Yep. So I'm going to cut that. fray that out a little bit. And put that behind that, I think. Yeah. So we have still got our circle behind there, but we've got some other things happening as well. Okay. I don't know, I think I might want a little bit of something else on there, just something poking out. Maybe slightly different colour, maybe. Something a bit lighter like that. How about this colour? Just a little piece of that, I think, sticking out. Behind that. Just a little something. Going to ink that. Tear it. Looked a bit too neat, didn't it? Okay, something like that, I think. So the first thing I'm going to do is stick this in place. I'm going to stick it that way. No, I'm going to stick it that way. Well, seeing as how we're not going to see a great deal of it, no. I'll put it like that. When you open it, the text is going to be upside down. If I put it like that, when you open it, the text will be the right way up. Okay, so let's stick it like that, about halfway up. I'm going to use my art glitter glue for that. I could, seeing as how I'm going to be using that fabric and that wax seal, I could have turned my hot glue gun on, you would think, wouldn't you? But no. Okay, so about there, I think, like so. Pop that down there. Okay, so I'm going to attach this to the back of my wax seal. Maybe up a little like that. And then I'm going to attach my calico on there. You can't really even see that circle then, can you? Perhaps if I crinkle that up a bit. Like so. And then I'm going to pop that on there. So now add glue to this. And pop that down there. Okay. So that's going to weigh our envelope flap down, so we don't have to worry about that popping up. Now, do we want to put a little bit of something along here? I think we will. What have we got in this sticker book? Won't get too hot. Now they did have some, here, these. There's only one page of them. But if we did one of these smaller ones, what colour? Maybe bit of that colour there. What about this one? So we could pop that down there, say, and oh, I should have inked it. Don't you hate it when you think of it after it's too late? This one, I will ink around this one. Because I've had my little fingers all over it, I'm going to add some glue just to make sure it sticks properly. Put that there. Actually, I would have preferred that over the top of that actually. Can I get it up? That's the next trick. Not really. I'm going to have to go with it underneath. And then I thought maybe one of those little floral circles, or one of these, maybe like that one there. What do we think of that? I think we need something a bit more here. What else have we got? What have we got in here? Shake wheel. No. Well, got these Velum creative cups. We've got a small one of those that could go on there. Just to even maybe a set of leaves. And there's nothing else really botanical on there, is there? But that looks right, doesn't it? And what else have we got? I really want hearts. All hearts. That's too big. Here's a little flower. What do you think? Oh, okay. So either the flower or the leaves. I think I like the leaves better than the flower. I'm not really set on the leaves though. I have got a stamp. Oh, what have I got in here? Is there anything in here we can put on it? It's a bit big. I don't want anything too big because that's already there. See, that leaves too much white space there. Well, for me, for my likings. Yeah, no, I don't think. Oh, what's this one here? It's a bit too muchy, isn't it? Okay, at this stage, it's the leaves. The other thing I was thinking is I could put a postage stamp on there. Okay, I've got my postage stamps here, and I have this reel of stamps, and I think that will be ideal, a stamp in there. Happy with that, but which one do we want? We've got green, yellow, neutral. Actually, I'm going to go for that first one. I don't know whether you're supposed to be able to tear them off or not, but I'm going to cut it anyway. I'm going to ink around it. Give it a bit of glue. I never trust washi tape. It's made to come off, isn't it? So if I pop that on there. Very good. Happy with that. It's a bit of something there without taking too much away from that. So that is our envelope. So we can put that in one of our pages. Okay, got that page, Oh, it looks alright on that page, doesn't it? Yeah, I think I'll go for this page here. Do we want it on that side or that side? Maybe that side. And then I can pop some, I'll pop some scraps of paper and stuff in there that can be used when people are decorating the album. Or I could make a journaling card or something to put in there. I'll do that later on. Okay, so that can go there. So we've got this back page. We've got a lace pocket on the front. Why don't we do, should we do another lace pocket on the back, or shall we do something different? We could do like a paper pocket, or we could do an acetate pocket with a tag, a nice tag. That could, oh, an acetate pocket. Might be a bit tricky, mightn't it? What I might do is just a narrow paper pocket here, and then make a large tag that goes this way with a specimen circle in it. Okay, so let's do that. So that makes a good pocket, doesn't it? So I think I'll use that, and I probably only want it to come out 2 inches. 2 inches. So I'm going, this is actually, which way did I have it? That way. Yeah, so that I've just got to cut a piece 2 inches. Going this way. That's right. I was going to say that doesn't give me any little fold unders. It's going to be glued straight to the page, but that will be alright because I'm only going to put one tag in it. So if I ink around this, here's my punch once again. Oh, that's going that way. Yes, I'm going to put it in here. try and centre that as best I can, and ink around that. Then I'm going to stick this down. So line that up with that paper that's on there. Oh, I should have stitched around it. I will. Let me wipe that glue off. I want to put that through my sewing machine. Okay, so I'm going to go and stitch around this and then I'll be back. Okay, so I've stitched around that. Now I'm going to glue it down. Okay, see if we can line that up. Very good. So burnish that down. Right, now I'm going to make a tag to go into that. So I'm going to use some of the offcuts from the paper that I used to do the backgrounds. And I want enough to make a double-sided tag. So, and I want, what colour is that paper? The background paper's this one here, so I want something that's not the same. I really would like the green, the greenish one. Put that under there, that one might be alright. Yeah, that one's okay. Okay, so if I did use the green, how big could I make my tag? And that could go in there. Would that be big enough, do you reckon? Can you see that? I think that probably might be, but it's not enough to make double-sided. Okay. Alright. We'll have to go for this one. Because I can fold that in halves. I won't make it that wide anyway, I don't want it that wide. It's a bit too wide. So, let's decide what actual size we do want. Take these out of the way. A big pile over there that is not very useful. Okay, so I think I might make it 6 inches. 6 inches would come to there. So 6 inches by what? 3.5. 6 inches by 3.5. Yeah, I think that would be good. So if I trim this down to 3.5, now I could just fold this and make my tag that way, and I probably will. Okay, So if I score this then at 6 inches, really pretty close to being, oh well, I'll just trim that bit off. So that like that. See, we've got a little bit there because it's not exactly 12 inches long. But that's alright, we can trim that off. So fold that like so. Okay, now bring my trimmer back. And just take that little bit off. Right, now what I'm going to do is, as I said, I want to make a specimen tag, so it goes that way up because that's the way the writing is. No, that's no good, is it? I'm going to lose all of our text. Oh, not very straight either. Better trim that up. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to decide what size circle I want to take out of there. Do I want a circle or a square, do you reckon? Let's try a square. I've got these dies. I reckon that one there might be the way to go. Certainly wouldn't want it any bigger, would we? I think that's just a good size, to be honest. Or do I want a slightly smaller one? A slightly smaller one here. Maybe that would be better. I don't know. These choices, eh? If we only had one set of dies, we wouldn't have the conundrum. Okay, I'm going to go for the bigger one. And that is, what is it? 2 3/8 of an inch. Okay, so I'll go and do that. What I'm going to do is neaten up that crooked cut on the back. Then I'm going to take it to my big shot and I'm going to cut through both layers of that. Now I want to, actually I might cut those tags now, those tag tops, so that I can position my flip it over and cut that. Okay, that's good. That tells me where I want to put my square then. Alright, so I'll go and do that and then I will be back. Okay, so I've cut that out of there. And I have cut 2 pieces of transparency that are 3 inches square. I'm just going to, first of all I'm going to ink around these cutouts, because once I put that transparency in there I won't be able to do that, of course. So how is everybody? I've been so engrossed in what I've been doing here, I've forgotten to ask. I hope everybody is well. We had a lovely day here today, the weather was perfect. very unusual for winter. We had 22 degrees, so but there was like a warm northerly breeze, so that's what brought the temperature up. So I had a lovely walk this morning in that lovely weather. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is attach these acetate pieces that way. So I'm going to use my glue and I'm going to run that around here, but I'm not going to get too close to the edge of the frame because I don't want the glue to run out onto the acetate. I'm just going to step it back a little bit. I've just opened an Etsy store, so I'm slowly putting things in there, so I'll put a link in the description box if you want to pop over and have a look. So I'll put that there and do the same for this side. So I'm using all the products, or well, I'm using products that I got in my design team kit from Paper Inspirations to create this album. Uh-oh, you hate that? Every time I do it, every time. That might have already been on there. Yeah, so all of these products, well, all of the paper products came from Paper Inspirations in my July design team kit. Alright, so I did trim that side down a bit, so I'm going to just check the angle of that. Which one did I use? That one. So if I flip that over, put that there, yeah, it's slightly different because I trimmed that side down and I could see it. It was bugging me. Okay, alright, now I thought that I've got some dried flowers here and I thought I might put some dried flowers in there. Hard to find dried flowers on the internet, but I did manage to find these. So I'm going to open that out and position these on there. Like so, and perhaps one little flower as well. Oh, that's all stuck together. That can go in there too. So something like that. What do we think of that? It's quite nice. Not that nice from the back, so I'll have to put something on the back, won't I? So if I lift that up and put that under there and that on there, drop that down. What does that look like on the back? Okay. Alright, so that's what I'm going to do. So now, to hold those in place, I'm not going to use glue. I have not got a good reputation with glue, so now I'm going to take this to my sewing machine and I'm going to stitch around there to hold those in place. And while I'm there, I'll also stitch around the whole tag. I hope that will hold them in place. I'm not sure, but that's what I'm going to do, and hopefully it will. Okay, so I've stitched around my window. As I said, I didn't use any glue in there, so I'm hoping that they will stay put sandwiched in there. And I also stitched around the outside of my tag. Now it's time to ink the edges of my tag. And think about what I'm going to decorate this with. I'm going to put something down the bottom there, but I'm not going to put too much because I don't want to take away from my dried flowers. So maybe just something like a little label and I don't know what, to be honest. I have to see it when I know it when I see it. And I've got some of that cotton frizz that I have used on other tags in this journal. So I might use some of that on the top here. So you can see I've used it on here, that one there, I've cut it in halves, and I've also used it on these tags here. So I'm thinking I might use it on here, but because this is a wider tag, so this is it, Cotton Frizz, and it's called Ice Sage. It's lovely, I love it. It's one of those things that, you know, I'm starting to get down on it, so I'm not that keen to use it all that much. So I reckon if I make that big, so cut that off. And I might just fray a bit of this out. So because the edges are frayed out, I think it'd be nice to have the fraying down over the tag as well. Bit hard to get the right ones. I don't really want to fray the sides anymore. What's your favourite thing to top your tags with? I think I might put this on there, and then I might put like a little, what do you call it? The dangle on it. Okay, so I'm going to attach it with glue. So run a bead of glue along there. Probably not the best idea in point of actual fact, because the glue will show through there. Try and smooth that out a little bit. Okay. Right, now what am I going to put down here? Something down here now, which is the front and which is the back. This is the front. It's a bit hard to tell, so that's good, isn't it? So I'm going to grab my labels and see what I've got to put down there. Okay, so I've got these labels here, and I put something like that there, and something a taller one. I've got these tiny labels too. Out of proportion. Too big, too big. Let's, if I put that one there and a little one there, but a bit bigger than that. Actually, in this, there is, I could put those leaves on there, couldn't I? There's a butterfly. Not that keen on that butterfly, it's not the right one for there. I could put that. It gets a bit lost, doesn't it? What about if I put that and that? That might be too big. I've got some. I've got this butterfly here. That was packaging. From Paper Inspiration, so I could add that if I can get it off of here without breaking it. So maybe something like that down there might be nice, but I think I'd like just a little something there. Maybe that, same colour. I think with all these labels I'd be able to find one I like, wouldn't you? That one. Yep. Okay. Inking. Now, I'm not sure whether that's upside down or not, but if I can't read it, nobody else can read it either, can they? That's my thoughts anyway. So this is a sticker, so try and get that off. There we go. I'm not really a fan of these stickers with borders around them, but being washi, they do blend into the background fairly well, and they are very sticky. I'm going to use my bone folder and just burnish that down. And then this little butterfly is going to go right there. Let's stick that down. Might just get a bit lost in there, but I think the foil on him might help him stand out. What's behind that that's so bumpy? Oh yeah, the corner of that. Okay, alright, so there we have that tag. I might leave this side for some journaling, I could stamp that with some lines, but I think I'll just leave it. I think I might put a little run of gold braid along there. If we have a look in here, you can see I just got that, I don't know whether you can see or not, see that little fine gold braid there? I think I'm going to run that along here and along here as well. So I'll just go and grab that. So I'm going to run it the whole width there. And that's the right side. And just run that across there like so. Just adds a little bit of bling, doesn't it? And we'll do the same to the other side. Okay. Alright, so now I am going to see what I've got in the way of a dangle to attach to this, and I think I'll attach it using a bulb pin. So I'll go and have a look what I've got and I'll be right back. I may have to make one or I might have one already made. We'll see how we go. Alright, be back in a tick. Okay, so I've got this little wax seal that I had already put onto this chain, and I have got this label that I have covered with Glossy Accents and put an eyelet in. Now I've got a video showing how I did that, so I will link that in the description box below if I can remember to do that. So what I'm going to do is join these two together. So if I open this jump ring, oops, I'm not very good at this jewellery making stuff, and I want to put this behind this. It's got it. Okay, and then put that chain back on it. Like so. And then close up my jump ring. Okay. So there's our little dangle. And I've got myself a gold bulb pin, which I'm going to pop through there. And then I'm just going to pop that, perhaps I'll do it sideways so it's not showing at the back. Pop that in there. And there we have a little dangle. So, there's our little tag for today, so we can journal on the back. We've got our dangle on the front, we've got our specimen there, and our stickers on there. So that is going to go into this pocket here, like so. Just makes it, so that's excellent. So there we go. So we've got our pocket with our sampler tag there, and we've got our envelope here that I'll make a card or something to go in, and I will attach that here. Now I haven't decided how I'm going to attach that, probably with a bulldog clip or something like that, because as I've said before, these pages are very thick. I mean, they're 1/8 of an inch thick, so you can't just pop a paper clip on there. So I'll probably use one of these again to attach that on there. I might do it on this side, and yeah, so something like that will go there. And then I think we've only got one page and the cover to do. Oh, hang on a minute. That one's done, that one's done, that one's done. Yeah, this page here. So we got this page and the cover to do. So I think we might get this finished in the next video. So I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I hope you can join me for my next video. So thank you for being here. If you're not already a subscriber, please think about subscribing to my channel. And if you click that bell next to the subscribe button, you will be notified when I update my videos and when I upload new videos. So then you'll be always up to date with what I'm up to. And yeah, so thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.